You ready? All right. All right. Welcome, everyone. This is the November 17th, 2025 Vestavia Hills School Board meeting. Call the meeting to order, and the first item on the agenda is to approve the agenda. Do I hear a motion?
So.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next up is a motion to approve the minutes. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Board members, we have big recognitions tonight. I want to start us off. And we've got 3 groups right now, C1 group, so I'm going to be real slow in introducing this group, okay? We'll take our time, and I hope our others show up. First of all is our boys cross country team. So you guys come on up. Let's congratulate. Board members, they've continued their dominance. Boys cross country a couple weeks ago, in fact, just a little over a week ago, competed and won the state championship. So once again, state champion cross country boys. And coach, just a little bit of bragging about this group. Tell us about their season.
Aside from like one meet where we didn't run everybody, they basically were undefeated. And we went to North Carolina and they did a really good job against regional competition. So we're gonna head out to Nike Regionals next week and see if we can qualify for nationals. So, pretty studly group here.
Good. And our girls were second place by just
5 points.
5 points.
It's like beating 2 people.
Yeah, so almost 4 off 2. Fantastic season for them as well. You guys, why don't you introduce yourself? Okay, tell us what grade you're in. And I think we'll do a little token of appreciation.
I'm Ethan Meadows, I'm a senior.
I'm David Switt, I'm senior.
I'm JT Hayes, I'm a senior.
I'm David, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Cole Valenti, and I'm a senior.
I'm Jackson Mize, and I'm a senior.
I'm Daniel Johnson, I'm a junior.
I'm Eli Quintis, and I'm a sophomore.
Okay, excellent. Well, congratulations. This is continuing, like I said, a legacy of the dominance in cross country. Our job for you guys, our job coaches. Thank you for representing us real well. So I'll hand you a token of appreciation. This is a coin we give out to you guys who won state championships. Once you have it, just as a thank you for really representing us so well. So appreciate it. Hand this off to you. We got a little picture of you, coach, up here. All right, and I'll turn you loose. Oh, yeah. Did you get them in closer?
Yes, sir.
Scrunch you a little bit. There you go.
All right. Here we go, y'all. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Should our other awardees, honorees show up, we'll break somewhere here and recognize them. So if not, we'll get them next board meeting. All right, well, let's jump into financial statement.
Good afternoon, board members. I've provided the financial statements and check register for the period ending October 31, 2025 for your review. As of October 31, we have collected 1.3% of our budgeted ad valorem tax revenues compared to the 1.8% at this time last year. During October, we earned $80,669 in interest income from our investment in the Treasury sweep account. This is lower than what we've been earning because one, we're in our lowest cash position months until about January when our property tax revenues start coming in. And two, our 30-day yield is about 3.78% compared to this time last year when we were earning 4.5%. Our general fund revenues and transfers out are 8.6% of the budget compared to 8.5% last year. All things being equal, in the first month of our fiscal year, we should be at 8.3% of our budgeted expenditures, and we're a little above that due to some one-time payments. All bank accounts have been reconciled as of October 31, and the monthly financial reports have been submitted to the Alabama Department of Education. Monthly financial statements and check registers are also available for public viewing on our website.
Board members, I recommend approval of the financial statement for October 2025.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation to approve the financial statement for October 2025. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, Courtney. Board members. All right, item 6 is consent items. I recommend approval of the consent items that relate to disposal of property, and there's various kinds of technology, vehicles, et cetera. Field trips are in-state overnight, out-of-state overnight, and out-of-state.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation to approve the consent items related to disposal of property and field trips. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Under business, item A, I recommend the board approve the addendum to the energy management contract with Schneider Electric.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation to approve the addendum to the energy management contract with Schneider Electric. Do I hear a motion?
Also moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right.
Board members, I'd like to speak about this for just a moment. We approved an addendum to the contract just a couple of months ago that addressed some of the mechanical needs, roofing needs at Dolly Ridge Elementary School, and that was, I believe, Building A. So that's where our kindergartners and our second graders live, right?
Third grade.
Third graders, and then it's the office area and cafeteria. So our most necessary change there. This addendum is addressing one of the floors west, which is beside us, which will also be mechanical and roofing. Kyle, I got that right? Yes. Okay, good deal. Kyle Keith is with us from Schneider Electric and answer specific questions to it, but I do want to make note that this is, it is in our capital plan when funding's available that we're able to do these projects. So that is our plan for summer of 26 to do both projects at Dolly Ridge and the west. Anything you want to add to that, Kyle?
No, this sets us up well from a timeline perspective. This will tackle the main building, mechanical systems, roofing, as well as expanding the current automation system to be consistent with the rest of the district.
Yeah, and I do want to note that these funds are from the state supplemental funds, advancement technology dollars that come to us, and we receive a portion this year and expect we'll receive another portion next year. That's where the funding is for. That is good for us. It does not address in totality at all the overall needs we have, but it is a step for us. So we'll tackle it as the money becomes available from the state. So any questions on that before you vote? Okay.
All right, all in favor of the addendum to the energy management contract?
Aye.
All right. Thank you. Second item is I recommend the board appoint Jacqueline Hudson to represent the Board of Education on the Vestavia Hills Annexation Committee.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation to appoint Ms. Jacqueline Hudson to represent the Board of Education on the Vestavia Hills Annexation Committee. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I would just like to add, Ms. Hudson is not here tonight, but I was hoping she would be because I'm glad to welcome her back in some capacity, so that's good.
She did a good job. Appreciate her being willing to do that. And as a side note, the board has always had representation on the annexation committee. And so Jacqueline will continue to do a good job for us there. All right, last item is personnel, and I recommend the board approve the personnel items as submitted.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation to approve the personnel items as submitted. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Yeah, let me do this before, if I may take one order. Sure. This morning I received a call, this is another celebration. This morning I received a call from Bill Mann back there who had just left, I believe, the defense of his dissertation. He was successful, so he is now.
Hey.
Thank you, Dr. Freeman. Congratulations. That is a great accomplishment and a load off.
For sure, thank you.
All right, and we'll just get a report from you on your dissertation.
That'll be some good bedtime material for us.
Just let me know. I'll
Okay.
put your eyes slick.
Good deal, good deal. All right, we now move to the final item, is the public comment. And I'd just like to remind everyone, we have 2 people that have signed up. And just in case you're not aware, the individual desiring to speak shall stand and give his or her name and their address. The presentation should be as brief as possible, and in no event shall such address exceed 3 minutes. The speaker may make statements about their particular concern with school operations and programs. In public session, however, the board will not hear personnel complaints against particular school personnel or against any person connected with the school system. Other means are provided whereby the board may consider and dispose of legitimate complaints involving individuals and employees within the school system. Further, the board does not typically respond to comments during public participation. With all that said, I have Allie Pilcher, City Council. She's up, and then I have a Mr. Pat Dees. Okay, is there anyone else here for public comment that I don't have on the sheet? All right.
Okay, I'm Allie Pilcher, 3705 Shady Cove Drive. I've attended a bunch of these meetings before, but this is my first official as the City Council Board of Education Liaison. I'm so excited to be serving this role. I know so many of y'all and so many of y'all out here, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate every single thing you do, and I'm so excited to work with all of you. Those of you that don't know, I was a high school teacher. I taught for 8 years. I sponsored the Student Government Association. I was a cheer coach. So I've done the IEPs, I've done the lesson plans, and so I feel like I bring a different perspective, and I'm really excited to work with all of y'all. So, thank you.
Thanks, Evan.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Pat DeWeese. I live at 3048 Asbury Park Place. I'm aware that at elementary and high school level that you provide history, you teach about the history of the United States. I'm close enough to this.
We can hear you. You say that.
Oh, I'm aware that, yes, I'm aware that at the elementary and various levels, for the high school level, you teach about the history of the United States. I just hope that you'll keep in mind that the purpose of teaching United States history or American history is not to promote patriotism. That some concerns have been made about some schools and books teach writing a feel-good history. The answer to a feel-good history is not a feel-bad history, but to teach it teach it objectively and honestly, and not to try to hide this country's imperfection. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I believe that concludes our meeting for today. So thank you for all of you coming and watching. And anyway, we got a great Thanksgiving holiday coming up. So we're going to be able to take a little break and then come back and finish the semester strong. So with all that, everyone have a good evening.